At last the wailing aliens moved away. Certain they had been victorious, the silence had and dense blackness of space returned. Jeffrey did not waste a moment. He beckoned us closer, dipping his voice to a whisper. The aliens think we have died, he told us, but we haven't. We are still alive. How do you know? Owen asked. I've been monitoring my heartbeats. I figure we still have time to save ourselves. Both those shook its jaw. But it's too late. I died alive ages ago. I know I did. The aliens told me. But they made a mistake. Your new contact with us has made you alive again, Jeffrey said, but not for much longer. I don't understand, I admitted. Are we all going to die? I'm saying we have 989 trillion nanoseconds left in which to save ourselves, he explained. I have been doing a mental calculation. The aliens opened a warp in time, a distortion in order to bring us here. What does not close? That warp does not close immediately. It can't, but it will contract in. Jeffrey's lips moved as he made another quick calculation. In about 881.3 trillion nanoseconds. It's all very simple. Really, it's all a matter of time dilation. Owen's jaw dropped. I think mine dropped even lower. What's that? I gasped. Jeffrey grinned. Differences in either gravity or relative velocity can cause time dilation. He confided. In our case, both factors will save us. Both Joes lifted its bony fleshless arms. I'm just a bus driver, kid. I think you're talking nuts. Jeffrey laughed. Trust me, Mr. Bow. Ever since we got here, I've been wondering why we were still safe and alive. And then I figured it out. So why? The ghost grunted. We still have gravity. Owen and I shared a disbelieving look, but Jeffrey hurried on. When we got here, I started wondering why we weren't floating around like astronauts do inside their rockets. Astronauts float around in space because there is no gravity. They are too far away from Earth, right? And then I remembered something else. It's like what Albert Einstein said. Gravity is not a force. It is a consequence of the curvature of space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. And that's when I knew we could get back home. Huh? Owen blurted out. You've lost me. It sounds like your scientific gobbledygook. You don't have to understand it, Jeffrey said, slapping Owen on the back. Time dilation is all about why working clouds will report different times after different accelerations. That's why astronauts return from missions having aged slightly less than if they stayed on Earth. You're kidding, Owen gasped. You see, velocity and gravity each slow down time when they increase. When velocity increases for astronauts, it slows down their time. Meanwhile, gravity has decreased, speeding up time because the astronauts are experiencing less gravity than on Earth. Yet both the astronauts and the people at mission control each feel normal, despite the effects of time dilation. To the astronauts, those still back on Earth are living faster, while to those on Earth it's like the astronauts are living slower. That's why GPS satellites have to allow for a similar bending of space-time to coordinate with systems on Earth. I didn't know what to say. All I could think was, wow. Jeffrey, the even more enthusiastic, Try to imagine two rocket ships passing in space. If the crew on the first ship could see into the other one, they'd see clouds and movement going too slowly, while on their ship everything was moving normally, and vice versa. The crew on the second ship would feel they were normal and the ship passing by was moving too slowly. Both doors made a clacking noise as his jaws sank open. It is the time when someone climbs a mountain. Time is passing slightly faster at the top of the mountain because it is farther from the Earth's center of gravity. The climber can look down at people at sea level and think they're moving slower, while those at sea level look up and think the climber is moving faster. But thanks to gravitational time dilation, nobody notices any difference in their own position. Owen lost his patience. Jeffrey, what does it all mean? Jeffrey steered Mr. Bowles down the aisle into the driver's seat. It means that Mr. Bow can drive us back to Earth, and we all be slightly younger than we get there.